I
but
think
sometimes...
genuinely, I think one of the reasons I'm not in favour of the monarchy, I'm a big fan of the Queen, great respect for the Queen, but I think to bring children up into a world which they did not choose and to have people knowing about every aspect of their lives and photographs them from a young baby in the public domain, I think is child abuse. I think it's really, really cruel.
But how do they police that?
They invade their own privacy all the time. Kate's constantly putting pictures, you know, Father's Day, their Christmas card. They've got intimate family photographs that they put out. But I do think they have the right, everyone should have the right to have private family time and to take your kids in the street without people running you down and trying to
say that, but when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry said they wanted a bit of privacy and to control the boundaries, everyone was hounding them and saying, well, no, you can't have it, you're part of the royal family. But now we're saying that...
Oh, no, they'd be quite happy if they went off and wanted to be private. They just said...
And they just happened to sign a Netflix deal.
They wanted to have intrusion that they chose rather than
Which I think is fine. You can post one picture of your child on Instagram. That doesn't mean that I get to look at every picture from your family album.
Yeah, but Julia, despite popular belief, is not a member of the royal family. So,
only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time before
third in line
the crown is donned.
But you're right, Ian. They are celebrities, whether they like it or not, they're celebrities. They're just famous people. If they don't have the kids pictured, they can take... Listen, they're celebrities, I'm afraid.
It's cruel and unusual punishment, isn't it?
I mean, it's one of those things that's so interesting because everybody was like, you know, everyone's like, oh, my God, would it be like to be a prince or a princess? Actually, probably really horrible. It's a paradox because you have all this wealth and privilege, but you live in this gilded cage. Yeah. And you are both a celebrity in the sense that people feel that you're public property, but you don't get the perks of being a proper celebrity that you can just really do what you want and have a fun time. So I think it's very, very tricky. I do take Julia's point, which it is difficult when, you know, they put out their own kind of curated pictures of the children. But I think JJ is right as well. Just because you do that, it doesn't mean, you know, we have the right to sort of plunder your soul. I actually have got a bit more respect for William for having done this. I haven't seen the video myself because it got taken down. But I think sometimes we feel that William doesn't have that much passion, and I think it is good to see him
I was quite surprised
sticking up for his family.
Actually, I think that's
young
quite
children.
Good. You're going to be protective.
That's good. Just as Harry did, I think good for both. And remember as well, they have a particular perspective because of what happened to their brother.
And I agree with that. But how are you meant to police it? If you are a journalist, you're out there, you're thinking, OK, there's a great photograph.
There should be boundaries, right?
They've gone out for dinner. I'd like to get a snap of that. Turns out the kids are with them as well. Oh, put the cameras... How does that work
I
in
think
practice?
if the kids are with them and they're not in any sort of official they're not sort of carrying out any official duties, that should be the hard boundary. I mean, I think the French have it right in the sense that their paparazzi are really, you know, kids are off limits to their paparazzi, and I think we should try and emulate that, even though they are, yes...
We do emulate that. In this country, if you're a celebrity and you want to have your kids' pictures taken, the press will pixelate them, or they'll cut them out of the picture.
Yeah, but I think
you don't get to pick and choose. You can't take them on the red carpet and constantly talk. You can't do a Hello magazine, here are my kids, and then say, oh, I want privacy.
Yeah. But it's not because we don't know what they look like. We know what their kids look like. It's just, it's the experience of it. These people are, yes, they're working royals, but at that time that the picture was taken, they were not in a sort of...
What about an argument that, you know, until the royal children are 18 years old, they're not pictured. Well, anyway, there's one official photograph every year on their birthday or something, and they're not pictured, and they get to have a private life, and then they get to choose whether they want to live that life.
But then you'd have to have that rule. But at the moment, it's quite ambiguous, as you rightly say, Julia. You know, you've got these pictures are released; they're on their own Instagram page.
If it's not official duties, they shouldn't be, and if they're with their kids, then they shouldn't sort of have that.
No.
Yeah, but the press are interested when you're not on official duties, if you're a member of the royal family.
What exactly are they doing that's so interesting?
They're interested because they're not on official duties.
Precisely, and William, he's happy to talk to the press when he wants to talk about his
Young, did you say?
Willie Young.
Oh, Willie, I say, Will Young, how did he get
when he's pushing his campaigns or his charities, he wants the press. And then if we want to take a picture of him when he's going for a cycle on a public road, suddenly we're stalkers.
And that's the big issue when you have the royal family moving into that celebrity sort of field, talking about, you know, again, never complain, never explain. The Queen has always said, you keep it all, don't talk about your emotions at all. Once you start talking about your mental health, your grief for your mother, all of that, you then, people are entered into your world.
I think one of the things, having done a bit of this for politicians, I remember, you know, Ed
Miliband's kitchen.
And his baby, when he had, you know, he and his wife got married. They had kids. Yeah, two kids. They also had 2 kids. And it was a whole thing about what do we do about releasing a picture of the children, because, of course, all the lobby were ringing up. There is a certain amount of reality where you have to, if you don't feed the beast a bit, you're going to have the beast absolutely coming after you like a feral beast, as the media has been called. So it is a difficult balance.
Or if you're really famous, you're not allowed to have kids, maybe.